Play some Lord of the Rings, War in the North. So let's see here. This game got released in October 2011. So yeah, it's 10 years old. A bit less. Not exactly 10. But it has some age on it. So yesterday before I went to bed, I made a tweet about which character to play. And basically it's a 100% vote for the dwarf. So of course, we are a democratic channel. Let's go for it. Well, what I mean is we are a democracy, not a republic or dictatorship. It's here. So we want to check settings first. Now, it's not the best port for this game. I will have to admit that. We have turned off distortion and motion blur and depth of field. Everything else is on max and on. Shouldn't be a big deal. Another thing I would like to point out, this game eats your CPU, like it basically eats it, more than I've seen any other game do. There's a reason why we have this. So I had to limit the game to 4 CPUs, 4 CPU cores. Otherwise it would just be insane. The performance will not do any difference. So, should be fine. And the reason why we have this, the dialogue volume is quite low by default in my opinion. So we might be tweaking this. We'll see. And that's strange. Why is the cinematics volume under the same one for combat and such? Isn't that very odd? Shouldn't this be under dialogue? Input, nothing special. Game settings, damage numbers, I like to have that on. Subtitles, yeah. Or, yes. Connection type. You can play this with up to 3 people in total. One for each character. One for each character. So yeah, let's kick off with Farin. Now I'm not 100% sure, but I believe once we start with one character, if we change, we are not going to have any gear on that said character. So if we are gearing Farin, getting to 10, swapping to Andril, we are gonna be struggling quite a bit, I believe. Yeah, let's begin. Go for it.
Of the Great War of the Ring, Many songs have been sung, and many tales told. The names of heroes like Gandalf the Grey, Aragorn the King, and Frodo the Ring-Bearer are greatly revered, and rightly so. Yet Sauron's grasp stretched much further than the lands of Gondor and Rohan alone, and his forces might have done great evil in the north of Middle-earth, had a handful of heroes not stood in his path. Their stories, too, deserve to be told. Pay heed now to one such tale, which begins here in the town of Bree, just a few short days before Frodo arrived on his quest.
Aragorn.
Eredon, well met. And in company with Andriel of Rivendell and Farin of Erebor. An unlikely trio to find walking through the doors of the Prancing Pony. You were at Sarn Ford last I knew. Do you bear news from Halbarad?
Yes. Grim news.
I feared it would be so. Quickly, tell me what has happened, but keep your voices low. There are unfriendly ears, even here in Bree.
3 days passed. The guard at Sarn Ford was attacked by 9 Black Riders.
Stand fast, Rangers!
We were overwhelmed, and the enemy passed into the Shire.
This is worse than I imagined. I know these riders. It is from Mordor they come. Our folk could not hope to stand against the 9 together. How bad were our losses?
Very bad. We tried to resist them, but they were surrounded by an aura of unnatural dread.
There is more you should know. After the rout, one of the Black Riders met with an ally, a man of great malice and power.
As our master commanded, I have stirred up the orcs of the mountains. Even now, I have a force gathering amid the ruins of Old Fornost.
Return at once and prepare your forces. We will have need of them soon.
My orcs will be ready. These lands have known peace for too long. They will soon feel the Dark Lord's wrath.
If this Agandaur has a force at Fornost, then our position grows all the more desperate.
But why all this force against the peaceful halflings? It can't be the enemy sees them as a threat.
I will say this much. There is a hobbit of the Shire who should be coming this way with a great burden. If it falls into the hands of the enemy, it will mean doom for us all. Now this hobbit is adrift on the road with enemies all around. I must find him before they do. And I need you to help me keep him safe.
You are my chieftain. I will gladly do whatever you command.
I'm a part of this now as well.
Then we 3 are of one mind. How can we aid you?
We must reduce the threat from the enemies gathered at Fornost. Travel there and do whatever you can to keep the enemy's eye turned towards you and away from the Shire.
Perhaps we will have help in this task. Eladan and Elrohir were in the north when last I heard. Any gathering of the enemy is certain to attract their attention.
Good. You could find no better allies than the sons of Elrond half-elven.
I hope we meet. But with or without help, the enemy will be kept busy. We'll make sure of that.
Okay. So we need to travel to Fornost. I had actually forgotten that Nolan North did the voice to Eredon. Before we begin, Let's go to audio settings and change that. Bump it up a bit. And let's try that. Like Barleyman.
Hello, Master Dwarf. Just come in from the Blue Mountains or the Iron Hills, have you? I'm sure you've had a long trip, and you'll be wanting a good meal and a nice bed. We get many a travelling dwarf here in the Prancing Pony, but I don't think I've seen you before. But don't mind me. I'm forgetting that dwarves like to keep their business to themselves. What can I do for you then?
It's very low. Even then, I've pretty much maxed out the volume on it.
I'd best be on my way.
Okay, we can customize our appearance here. I can't rotate, so that looks to be something short. Now that's majestic. His beard is kind of majestic, the standard one. See, how do we look? Look a bit worn out now. Nah, grey will not do it. Now let's stick with this.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Got my head in the clouds, I guess.
What you've got is this look of someone with a lot on their mind. Troubles?
Oh, no, it's no trouble. Not really. It's more like, well, I'm in love.
Well, yeah, I have no time for that, or...
Oh, that sounds like trouble to me. Who is the lucky woman?
It's Idona Bellflower, my childhood sweetheart. I always thought we were meant for each other, but her father doesn't like my prospects. He's arranging a match with the blacksmith, Delwyn Brushwood.
A man with a trade, that's a good match. But how about the lass? Does she love you?
That's just it. I'm not sure. I always told her how much I loved her when we were children. It was all a game back then. Then we got older and it got so much harder to say.
There's a stern look. I still think the dialogues are way too low.
Well, that
That won't do. You'd best tell her now, or you'll wish you had later.
I want to tell her. I do. Look, this locket belonged to my mother. I want to give it to Idona as a token of my love. But the chain is broken, and Elman the blacksmith is the only one in town who can fix it. If I take it to him, he's sure to suspect something and turn me away.
Well then, give it to me. I'll take it to him.
Yes, that might work. Elman would never suspect a stranger like you. There's one more thing. Idona's father keeps a careful eye on his daughter and won't give me a moment alone with her.
Yeah, I will talk to her.
Leave it to me then. I'll make sure she knows how you feel.
Wonderful! Just perfect. Take the locket to Elman at the smithy across the street. Once it's repaired, bring it to Idona and tell her I love her, and that I'll do everything in my power to make her happy every day we are together.
Yeah, sure, very well.
All right. I'll tell her. Don't you fear.
And just one more thing. After you talk to her, could you come back and tell me what she said? One way or another, I have to know.
Yeah, this is getting complicated, but sure.
Don't fret. I'll bring you word once I've spoken with the lass.
So that's the blacksmith.
Well, a dwarf in me shop. I am surprised. I've often seen your folk looking down their noses at my work. You dwarves do know your business when it comes to shaping metal. What can I do for you? Got a pony that's thrown a shoe, perhaps?
What a crude shop. We should fix the locket first.
This locket has a broken chain. Can you fix it for me?
Let's see it. Looks like something might have been made in these parts. Maybe back in me old dad's day. Wouldn't expect one of your kind to have something like this. Where'd you come by?
I'm looking for repairs, not questions. Will you fix it or not?
No need to go all cross. I was just wondering is all. Anyway, it's a simple enough job. It'll cost you a silver penny, though. There you are. Good as new.
My thanks. Farewell, Smith.
But how much money do we have? Okay. That's it. I'm gonna be tabbing out for a moment. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, here we go. That should be better. I hope. Jump back in. Let's hope that won't make things complicated for the game. No crashing. Oh, we are lagging badly. It did not like to tab out. Well, you can do it. Yeah, I think it's fine. Let's get that down. For some reason it was on 15. Put it on 50% yesterday. I was trying it out. Yeah. We need to talk to the girl. Move it. Move. Going through. talk with him later.
Who could live in a town where it's always raining? It's depressing.
Yeah, I think that's better.
You're a strong man, Bramble. You do well with us.
Sounds good, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to hurt no one. Not real bad, anyway.
You think they care about you? I say take what you want and the rest be damned. Well, what do you want, dwarf? This is a private conversation.
Yeah, what were you two talking about?
What was it you said about hurting people?
Well, it's just that this fellow and his friends are offering me a chance to, well, you know, be part of a gang.
Shut your mouth, Harley Bramble. You don't have to spill your guts to every sooty-bearded coal miner that comes creeping into town.
Coal miner? You best keep a civil tongue in your head, friend.
And what if I don't? What are you gonna do about it, eh?
Oh, there we go.
You filthy dog. Have it your way for now. But I have friends, powerful friends. You'll soon be sorry. Mark my words. This old town will be sorry.
Now, do you want the same lesson?
Me? No, I don't. I don't even know him, really. He's a stranger here. Just come up from the south a week or two ago. I won't have anything more to do with him, I swear.
Yeah, what did he want?
Nothing good will come from that one. What did he want?
Well, I'm not really sure. He said there'd be changes round here soon, and those smart enough to join up with his friends would end up running things.
He's up to no good. Don't listen to him, or his kind.
Aye, you're right. Folks here may not treat me the way I like all the time, but it's still my town. I shouldn't go siding with strangers.
Make sure you remember that, or you'll answer to me.
But we showed him. There we go. Are you the one?
Oh, if these folk knew the danger that threatens them, they'd never find the courage to leave their houses.
Hello, is there something I can do for you?
I have something here for you, lass. It's from Raleigh Appledore.
A gift? From Rowley? But I thought that is he. I'm sorry, it's just so unexpected. What is this gift?
I don't know, it's a piece of metal.
His mother's locket. A pretty thing it is, too.
Oh, it's beautiful. But I don't understand. Why is he giving me this now?
Because he is in love with you, lass. He wanted me to tell you so.
Rowley loves me? Still? We were so close when we were children, but I thought he had forgotten all that.
Forgotten? Oh, no. You should see him fretting and fussing. It's almost pathetic, really.
But this is wonderful news. Wonderful. Rowley's always had my heart, always. The poor, simple, wonderful fool.
Yeah, he wanted an answer. But also, what about the father's wishes?
But what about your father? He wants you to wed the smith.
Leave my father to me. He may not be pleased with my decision, but I promise you he'll come round. He always does.
I see how it is. What would you like me to tell Rowley?
Oh, please tell him I love him, and that we will find a way to be together always.
Ha! Well said, lass. I'll tell him.
Hi, friend.
Good to see another dwarf in town. Good to see another dwarf in town.
Yeah, but sure, you're a vendor? Let's talk to the hobbit.
Ah, welcome to my shop, Master Dwarf. Perhaps you have need of a thing or two? I have some very interesting items available. Or maybe you have something to sell. I'm always interested in dwarf-made goods.
Yeah, you see many dwarves?
You get a lot of dwarves passing through, do you?
Oh yes, they come through quite often, traveling between their holdings in the Blue Mountains off west and the Lonely Mountain in the east. I'm always interested in their news and anything they might have to sell.
What news do travelers bring lately?
Lately, their talk has been pretty dark. All about wars brewing and even about about Mordor and all. Frightening talk to listen to, I'll admit.
And are you frightened?
Me? Heavens no. What is there in Bree that the Dark Lord would be interested in? We mind our own business and no one bothers us. That's the way it's always been.
We're not strength this confidence.
You should be frightened. All of Middle-earth is falling under the shadow. Bree will be no exception.
No. Now you're just trying to scare me, aren't you? Why, I doubt this Dark Lord even exists, outside of tales told to keep misbehaving children in line. So, was there something you wanted?
Well, I just wanted to tell you the truth, but you will not listen to us, so... So what do you have? You have a helmet. How about no? I think our hair is dry now, and now it will be wet again. There we go. We have a few more dialogues inside here. Right, I'm back.
You're back! Did you speak to Idona? What did she say? I'm dying to know.
The lass loves you, boy. Sure as anything she does.
Wonderful, wonderful! I can't thank you enough, my friend. But wait, hang on. Oh, I completely forgot. Edmund must have charged you something for that repair. I owe you for that and for your trouble. Here, take what I have. I wish it could be more.
There's only 1 silver, keep it.
Ha! There's no need for payment. Yeah, it's not often someone picks a dwarf to be true love's messenger.
And people say that dwarves care for nothing but silver and gold. You've proven them all wrong. I'm going to tell everyone how generous and kind you've been. Thanks for all you've done.
Good things and good times come to you both. Farewell, Rowley.
I should mention, Bree is about to be attacked. You should get out of here. Oh, we didn't.
What can I do for you, Master?
Let's see. Prancing Pony.
Tell me about your inn.
The Prancing Pony's been in my family for generations. I can't rightly say how long. It goes that far back. I'm told there's been an inn on this spot nearly as long as there's been a town.
Tell me about Bree.
Oh, Bree is an old place. Been here for ages and ages. This is the only place in the world you'll find hobbits and men living side by side. We used to see a lot of travellers coming through Bree. Not so much nowadays, but I still get customers enough to keep me busy.
Heard any news?
What news do travelers bring lately?
Lately, the talk's mostly about trouble away to the south. Seems like there may be war or some other calamity brewing down there. Folks have been coming up the Greenway, or the old road from the south, looking for a place to find some peace.
Are they settling here in the Bree lands?
Well, no. It's not that we aren't sympathetic to their troubles. It's just that Bree belongs to Bree folk. We can't take in a lot of outsiders. And the truth is, I don't like the look of a lot of these newcomers. Some of them have mischief on their minds.
Yeah, we did beat up one of them.
Thanks. Farewell.
Wait, no, hold on. Why did you do that? We aren't done yet.
What can I do for you, Master?
I may have need of a few things before I leave town. Where should I look?
Well, we have stores and shops here in town, but I suspect most of them wouldn't suit your needs. You might try Adelgar Oldbank's shop. He's got a collection of unusual items which might interest you. It's right across the street from here, on the corner. If it's repairs you need, try Elman Brushwood, our blacksmith. His smithy is just across the street, there on the corner.
I'd best be on my way.
Yeah, we already been there.
What have we here? A stranger in town. A stranger's just what I'm looking for. Interested in a little harmless pastime? It's time to make some money from it.
Pastime? What sort of pastime?
Why, nothing more than a simple game of riddles is all. I love a good game of riddles. But everyone in town has already heard all I know. I reckon I could stump you, though.
But I'm not really good at riddles, but... You mentioned money.
You said something about money.
It's simple. You stake some money and I ask you a riddle. If you give the right answer quick enough, I'll double your money. If you're wrong, the coins go to me. What do you say?
Well, yeah, okay, well, ask away.
All right. Ask your riddle.
First, you have to put up your money. How much do you care to wager? Remember, you stand to double it if your wits are quick enough.
But I don't have that much money. How about one? That would be a quite bad win. Let's go with 5. Or should we go for 10? Or maybe we'll go for 50. Okay, let's go for 50.
That's a good deal of money. But nobody gets the better of old Tedder Hedgerow when it comes to riddles. It's a wager. Now, remember, you'll have to answer quick. I won't give you forever with that kind of money at stake. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, let me hear your riddle.
What is it that you must keep after giving it to someone else?
Mind, I would say word.
Oh, right you are. You're a smart one. Give me a chance to win it back, eh? What do you say to double or nothing on another try?
Okay, sure.
Double or nothing it is. Let's hear it.
The more you have of it, the less you see. What is it?
Not luck, not wealth, beer, music. No, it's darkness.
Oh, correct. You've a cunning mind, no mistake. Go again, double or nothing?
Yeah, sure.
Once more then.
What is it that's so fragile, even saying its name can break it?
Glass, no. Silence?
That's the answer. I've been too easy on you, it seems. Go double or nothing and I'll stomp you this time for sure.
Well, how many double or nothing can we go? I'm not sure if it gets harder too.
Once more then.
The more of these you take, the more you leave behind. What are they?
Footsteps.
Oh, right by thunder. I can't get anything by you. Give me one last chance. Double or nothing once again.
You want, but you want the last chance. All right.
Once more then.
At night, they come without being called. By day, they're lost without being stolen. What are they?
Stars.
I see I'm dealing with a riddle master. More the fool I for putting up my hard-earned coins. Well, fair is fair. Here's your winnings.
How much did we win? We must have won quite a lot.
Much appreciated. You should think twice before you riddle with a dwarf again. Farewell, friend.
Yeah, we just robbed this poor hobbit. We're gonna be talking with Aragorn last. You.
Welcome to Bree. You're a stranger around here. May I ask you a few questions?
About what?
What sort of questions?
We hear a lot of talk from travelers these days. Most of them speak of war and of a growing shadow in the east. The townsfolk just dismiss this, say it's far away and doesn't concern us, but I'm not so sure. You've traveled, maybe seen a few things. What's your opinion? Should we be worried?
Yes.
I'd say there is good cause to worry.
I was afraid of that. If only I could convince others. But until then, I will have to take action on my own.
What do you intend to do?
I'd like to arrange for arming the town. We'll need more than pitchforks if we're forced to defend ourselves. I tried to convince a dwarven merchant to bring us weapons, but he refused.
Yeah, exactly. Why?
That's strange. Did he say why?
He seems convinced there's no market for weapons in this town, and said it wouldn't be worth his time.
Maybe I should talk to him. Dwarf to dwarf.
It's worth a try. His name is Groff. He's selling his wares from a market stall down the street. You might still find him there.
I'll let you know what he has to say.
So he's selling weapons.
Hello there. Always good to deal with my own kind. The name's Groff and I hail from the Blue Mountains. I don't think I've seen you before.
Farin, at your service. My home is in Erebor, far to the east.
Erebor? A lonely mountain? Then you're one of King Dane's folk. I hear good things about your people's stonework and their wealth.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We do having some lag when I'm doing this. That's one of the issues I was hoping that I would have solved. Turns out I haven't.
Some of my kin once dwelt in your homeland. What can you tell me of it?
The Blue Mountains are prosperous enough, although we find more iron than gold. We rely on iron working for our livelihood. That's why I'm here selling tools to the Breelanders.
Picks and shovels are fine. But what about weapons? You make those as well?
Of course. We make arms and armor as fine as any in Middle-earth.
Bring some to Bree.
Good. I'd like you to bring some of them to Bree. These people have need of weapons.
You're pulling my beard. Weapons for these folk? They wouldn't know which end of the sword to hang on to. I might as well try selling shoes to hobbits.
Peace never lasts forever. These people need to be prepared.
Well now, if you're so eager to arm the Breelanders, how come you don't get your own folk to do it?
Is this guy serious? It's pretty far away from Bree to Erebor.
I would, but Erebor is too far away. There are people here who see the danger growing. They want to be prepared.
It'll take more than a few sensible folk to make it worth my time. These people are simple and peace-loving. It's plowshares they want, not swords.
So they're not warriors. Is that any reason not to give them a fighting chance if trouble comes their way?
You're right, of course. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. At least I'd have no competition. All right, I'll do it.
How long will it take?
Excellent. How long do you think it will take?
Some time, I'm afraid. It's a long trek to the Blue Mountains and back. Not to mention I'll have to convince my kin I've not lost my mind. Probably 3 months or more, I